Ronnie and welcome to my channel. And today is Saturday Stash Dive. I'm going to scrap these two pictures right here. They're on my goal of 20 pages to scrap. And this is page 3. And of course he's at football practice or game. I don't know which. One or the other. And I had that helmet from Jolie's forever. I mean, a very, very long time. I didn't even know anybody that played football when I got it. It came with a whole bunch of other Jolies that I got a long time ago, and a lot on eBay, and still have most of them left. The paper I am using is from 2011. Most of the paper, I believe, is. There might be something else. No, I think everything I'm using is like 2011. It's Teresa Collins, and it is Sports Edition 2, I think most of it is. And then there's some other, that's another paper, but I can't remember which one it is. But it's still Teresa Collins, and I'd got a warehouse box at some time or another, and these were in it. And I didn't have hardly any of anything, so I had to put some together that looked like they would go together. I am using this paper right here. It's Gears. I know it don't go with football, but it was gray and I liked it. So I am using it with this layout. Most of the gears will be covered up when I get done, but it really matches good with the letters and numbers on his jersey there. It's got gray in it and black, and so yeah, I thought it matched pretty good. This piece of black that I'm using to mat the pictures, it's gutted from the center of the black that's framing the other paper. And you know, I love to double mat, but I did look in my stash and I didn't have a gray that went with the gray in the background here. So I decided, oh well, I'll just mat it in black. And so both pictures are going to get matted in black. And then I'm going to turn around and mat the paper that I'm going to put those on in black also, so to make up for not being able to do both pictures individually. And the paper that I use to go behind there, it's like a newspaper or dictionary paper, and it's all about practice. So if this is practice, that's pretty good. But I doubt it, since there's such good pictures, because most of the pictures that I've got to go through for this album is not a really good camera. And these are taken really good. So I figure a photographer was there. I've got some pictures of my kids and grandkids where a photographer was there, and you could get the copies of the pictures he took. And so I'm thinking that's what it is. And my what do you call it, printer, it just was so aggravating. It automatically cropped a little, and his foot there where he's getting ready to throw the ball, it had dust coming up, and I thought, oh, that's a really good picture. It's even showing the dust. Then that gets cropped out, so I don't even have it to go on the page. And I liked it. I thought it was pretty good. But both these pictures are really nice. And he looks kind of hot and sweaty in that one picture. He may not like that picture, but I do. And he looks so young in there. Yeah, these are a little old. And see there, I'm trying the black to see how it looks, and I do like it. But I'm going to dig out a bigger piece than that to use behind there so I can cover the whole area. But I'm not going to waste much. I am going to punch out some stars because I plan on using some stars on the paper, since he's the star of the show, and, you know, or game in this case. I am going to put 3 banners behind there. And usually I make them straight across on the top, but I decided to stagger the top and the bottom on this, kind of like they're just laid on there. I decided to do something different. If I don't like it after I get done and look at it a few times, I might regret it. But I liked it when I first got done anyway. This is the back side of that. And I almost put my adhesive on the wrong side, but I got it right. And yeah, I want the white with the black print to be on top instead of the black with the white trim. Whichever. Anyway, I don't want that side up. I want the other side up. And I did punch out those stars, and I punched extra. I'm not going to use all of them. But I'm going to put them in the little bowl over at the side, and then I'll be able to use them on something else. But yeah, I like how that looks. I like that text print. And I'm going to lower the one on the left enough that you can see the word practice real good. It's in a bolder print. You can see it right up there on the right-hand corner of that picture. And I'm held it one way when I decided to go ahead and put it there and have practice showing. And then I put it another way when I actually glued it down. But I just thought it would look a little bit quirky, you know, if I let some of it hang off of this large, humongous photo mat. And that piece right there says sports, and then it has numbers. I'm not sure what the numbers are for, but it does have sports, and it has blue star on each end of the word sport. Not sports, sport. And I'm trying to decide what to do there, which piece to use, whether if I want the blue stars or not, because that's not the school colors. But there is some blue, like in the blue jeans, and some. Also, he's holding a water bottle, and the top, like, nozzle thing's got blue on it. And so, yeah, there is a little blue. And I end up using the one with the stars because I thought, I'm going to work some red in here so I can use that helmet. It has red on it, unfortunately. And I was kind of picking at the helmet earlier to see if I could pull it back up, pull it up enough that I could maybe slide something right under that edge and somehow cover the red up, but it was glued on very well. So that wasn't happening. I am lining my banner up. This is going to be the widest banner that I'm going to use on there. And then I'm going to use that black with the white print. And it says practice because it's exact opposite of what's behind the pictures. And I just cut a narrow strip of it, and that's what I'm going to use there. Well, maybe I didn't cut it today. I can't remember if it was one that was already cut from another layout or not. But I got this. I'm kind of thinking, looking at the pictures, it could be practice because they all are kind of standing around there. I don't know. They seem to stand around football games anyway. Some of the ones, you know, out there at the edge, they're just kind of standing and walking and talking. I don't know enough about football for me to even be doing scrapbook pages. Here I am doing them anyway. And it's not my first. I have had several in the family that play football, and I do pages for their pictures. Yeah, and they never say that, oh, you really made a big mistake here. They just go with the flow. And yeah, I'm going to put this paper. See, I don't know what it's for either, but it's got numbers on it, and some of them are numbers and some of them is the numbers written out, and they're all on a circle. And I am going to end up using my punches, and I pull out 3 punches because I think I'm not sure what size those little numbers are, but it was the biggest one that I pulled out and the very first one I tried. I'm going to punch out the number 97. See it right there? Just like magic. Yeah, and goofed and forgot to turn my camera back on. Yeah, but I'm punching out a 1-inch punch because that is 3/4 for the numbers. And the 1-inch punch just to make them look a little bit bigger and add some extra to the back. And yeah, I'm going to end up putting them up there on the left-hand side and move them all over the page, everywhere, before I put them back there. But yeah, that's where they're going to go. And so you're going to watch them move here, there, and everywhere before I decide to put them right back. I am using my notebook paper punch. That's what it's called. And that paper wasn't quite as long as I wanted it to be, but I didn't want to get another piece of black paper, so I'm just making it a little short, you know, here, because that's the size I had, and go with it. But it don't look too bad. It looks like I probably did it on purpose. Yeah, and that cut apart, it has some awesome cut aparts on there, but by the time I got all this stuff on here, it did not, none of it fit anywhere. But that word sports, it was from the I can't talk here. branding strip. It was from the branding strip. And I cut it out. And here I'm going to, see, I started to cut the one with the blue. Then I thought, no, if I use the red, that I can repeat the red 3 times on the page, you know, once in the helmet and once here with this punch, and then the little cut apart there that looks like the shape of a top note and says no pain, no gain. Of course, this one has red and blue. That one has red and blue. I have blue stars on there and then red in the helmet, so both things are getting repeated 3 times on this layout. And neither one really has anything to do with the photos. But I'm getting to use some stash, and that's what Saturday Stash Time is all about, getting to use something that has been sitting around for a little while. Well, forever. Yeah, forever. But as long as it makes it on the page today, I'm happy. And that helmet, oh, that helmet has been out of the package. It's been laying on a layout before, and it just looks so big. But today's like the first time I've had 2 pictures to scrap with when I had it. And I am going to nestle it between the 2 there. And I don't think it looks bad at all nestled there. Then by itself across the page somewhere. Yeah, it'll look really big every time I tried it before. And this time I don't think it looks bad at all. I'm going to pull that top note out, the no pain, no gain. And I'm going to take my marker and go around the edge of it because it has white showing. Because I guess it's got a white core center. And after I do that, I think, I'm going to go ahead and mat it on black also. So I will fussy cut around that and make the black edge of it look wider. And tuck it in right there. I didn't worry about cutting the bottom part quite as good as I did the top part because I knew I was going to tuck it in. And here they look, all this stuff looks a little crooked, so of course I got to play with it a while and try to straighten it up. And I nestled the word sports right in that curve, and you're going to see me try to center it. And as soon as I started, I thought, no, I planned on nestling it. And it's crooked. I will straighten it, though. It is crooked at the moment. I can see that from here, but I will straighten it. And here I am. Oh, I put foam tape under the red part that says Game On, well, red and blue, and put it on top of the black, and then the black I'm just going to adhere to the paper. But I wanted to give it some dimension between the 2. And here I tried the 97 on the helmet, and it didn't look too bad just now when I did it, but I didn't think it looked that good when I was doing the layout, so I took it off and I put the 97 down by him, and then I thought, it's covering up the front of his jersey that says Raiders. Not that I think he would ever forget that his team name was Raiders, but I decided I better not cover it up. So it's going to go somewhere else. Well, it's going to end up back where it started sometime or another before the layout's done. I trimmed this down to just 1 row of these numbers, and I'm going to use it as a banner up underneath the Game On. I'm going to use 3 pieces of paper up there, and they're all going to be trimmed down, and they're going to be the same things that I used over there. Well, no, I flipped the one with practice over and just used the 2 sides of it. I didn't use the word sport because it would have been really wide and too big. So I just flipped the other one over. And I'm going to staple them on. I think I will go ahead and put adhesive on there too, but I will use my tiny attacher and staple them on there. And I did consider kind of tilting these. I did think of it, but I thought, no, I probably need to make them pretty short to do that, and then my Game On won't nestle in there the way I want it to. So that thought went out of my head really quick. It was a fleeting thought. Yeah, it was gone in no time. But I am going to fuss with them a little while. And see the back of that paper? It has like a trophy, I guess. But that gray just did not go with the gray that I already have on the page. It went probably with the collection because it was Teresa Collins. And the one that I'm using on the page with the gears is a different gray because it was a completely different collection. It might be Pink Fresh. It might be. I know I had a couple of Pink Fresh stuck in there because I thought they would go. and I'm not sure if I pulled one of them out or not. I can't say for sure. But the 9 is going to stay where it's at, where it's kind of tucked in, and then I'm putting foam tape behind the 7 so that it can overlap the mat that I've got there. And yeah, finally it got a home. Finally, it's been sitting around for a while. And the stars, they're not going to stay exactly where they are. I think the biggest one is, but I think I'm going to move the other 2. And I'm going to have 3 in each one of the, I guess, cluster areas. No, this bunch is going to just go right down there and fill that empty spot up. Is what it's going to do. I am going to put one of them on foam tape though. And I might put one in each grouping, collection, whatever. I might put foam tape on one in each place. I can't remember if I did it on the small banner area or not. I'm kind of thinking I didn't. We'll find out. We'll get there in a second. But I think I'm about done with the layout, so yeah, we better find out pretty soon. I think the stars is the last thing that I put on here. And no, I did not put foam tape under one of them. And yeah, that's it. I did consider putting some enamel dots or sprinkling something on here, but then I said, nope, I liked it the way it was. Nice, clean area, although football does tempt me to put some brown or black splatters on there. Oh, I almost forgot. I have a title. Yeah, I'm thinking these are Wonder. Um, no, maybe not. They're Amy Tan. Well, maybe not that either. One day when I had the grandkids out here scrapping with me, the granddaughters, it was the girls. Uh, when they left, I had to just guess where everything went. And so it may or may not be in the right place because I do know we used these that day. And see how crooked my goal is? Yeah, it's not going to stay there. So I will be straightening it up where I move it to. And I did not have an O. I was automatically going to the 0, and it's of course taller. So yeah, I couldn't use the 0. So I took a 9 and cut it down to make the go. And boy, I did make that crooked. It's a good thing I decided not to leave it there. But I'm going to put it up here and put the go team, and then I'm going to pull out exclamation point. I glanced over there and I could see one, and yeah, I'm going to go ahead and put it on there. And that's my layout. I am done. And hopefully I'll have another one next week. Well, my plan is I'm just going to go ahead and do some layouts and have them piled up on my SD card. And if I use some punches in them, it'll go for Punched Out Thursday. And if I don't use punches, it'll go for Saturday Stash Dive, because Friday Mixed Media Frenzy on Friday, it has a sketch. So I will have to think ahead what I am doing that one and know I'm doing it. But yeah, the other 2 can be whatever I end up with till I get this album done anyway. But yeah, that's it. That's my layout. I want to thank y'all so very much for watching. And if you leave a comment below, I'll get back with you. If you like the video and hit a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, I'd love to have you subscribe. Thank you so very much for watching, and I hope you have a happy, scrappy week. And look, it's not even to the end of the picture. We have the ending picture yet to go, and there it is. That's my final on the layout, and I hope he'll like it. I think he will, because when I was over there one day, he gave me a picture of him hunting and getting a deer. So yeah, I've still got that to scrap. I haven't scrapped it yet. I'm going through some other pictures first. But thanks again for watching. Have a happy scrappy week. Bye.